back again on this series of transformation with travel. Last video I shared some of my amazing experiences I had during this travel, and then before that we spoke about how can transformation happen in somebody's life when they travel. Today let's talk about planning. So of course planning is very important, and because you try to avoid any kind of uncomfort and inconvenience and risk when you are on the trip. So I have found planning a trip very exciting, especially if you are going to plan the entire thing on your own. So right from where to visit, and even in that place which spots that attract you, and then the mode of transportation, where are you going to stay, etc. Because there's a sense of responsibility and accountability when you're doing everything on your own. Nonetheless, if you are planning to go with a good travel company, then they take care of most of the things. You have to just take care of your packing and maybe food and currency if you are traveling abroad. So there are few things that we'll talk about. The first thing I think starts with where to go, right? So it differs from person to person, situations, etc. Like some may like to go to a resort near a beach. Some would like a place, tent in a forest, and some may prefer some recreation center where they can have fun together with the family. So it can vary for you. My suggestion is don't go to the places because that place everybody else is doing. You see what suits you, what makes you happy. So a lot of times when people suggest me that let's go to this place, I take my time. If I'm too confused, I just close my eyes and think and imagine myself in that place. And then I think, will it really feel good being there? Will I have good time? So if not, it's okay. It is not required that because everybody else is going there, you have to go there. You decide where you want to go. The place which makes you happy. Yeah. So that's something you can decide. Then of course, so whom are you going with? If you're going alone, then probably different spots. If you're going with family and kids, then you have to look for such spots. Yeah, so it'll depend on that as well. Then of course, how many days? For how many days do you want to go? Is it like a weekend trip, a one-day trip, or week long, or more than that? So that all depends, I'm sure, about availability of your leaves if you're working, and then with the group if you're going, then availability of them and things like that. And of course budget. How much are you planning to shell out of your pocket for this particular trip? So all those parameters we have to take care of. Then then one more thing is with respect to the point one. If are you planning to have just a relaxation trip, or kind of go for an adventure? So normally I have seen people, and when I think of myself, looking back my experiences, if you're going for an adventure trip, then you prefer to either go alone or with a bunch of like-minded people. Generally it's not with the family and friends, and because you're not going to be relaxing there. It's going to be an adventure trip. Yeah. So think about that as well. Then few points, of course, I'll talk about, like from my experience I can share is that if you're traveling alone for the first time, don't plan a bigger or a longer journey. Max 3 to 4 days, and preferably a place not very far from your house. So it could be in your same city, state, or a country, but I will not suggest going first time ever from home and then directly to a different country altogether. Then a few more interesting observations I had, and that had helped me. I thought I would like to share with you. One is that, so why are you planning this break? Because generally if you are very happy and want to celebrate, then you want to be with lot of people because you want to talk and express, right? That time it's not a good idea to go alone, of course. So then plan for family trips. And then where you can enjoy together, have some very good memories for your lifetime. But suppose you are in a crisis situation right now in your life, and you just want to escape that for some time, and that's why you want to plan a trip. then as I said, just plan a trip maybe in the mountain or sea, so whatever makes you happy, because and then alone, yeah, or फिर different strangers के साथ, because then people are not judging you there, you don't know them, so that kind of can give you clarity of your mind, what's going on right now. Because my experience has been, whenever I've been in the mountains, I have always felt very refreshed, and जो भी sadness या जो भी होता था, it used to reduce to a larger extent for me. And I used to come back, because when you see huge things in the nature, they are quite overwhelming. You feel your problems are very small, and you can tackle them, and somehow you get the energy also. When you come back, you are definitely not the same person. You come back and you look at the same problem, same situation with a different perspective. So sometimes you can get your answers also with this 3-4 days break. Then if you're planning a trip, because you're kind of confused right now, there is some important decision you have to take in your life, and you don't know what to do, and sometimes you don't want to discuss with your loved ones, friends. I have seen such trips help in that as well. For example, like if you join a group of strangers and you talk to people, and as I said, they are not judgmental about you because they don't know you, and you are not because you don't know them. Then if you feel okay, you can, don't have to directly talk about your thing, but your situation you can discuss, and you'll be amazed the kind of point of views you get. And you may end up finding your solution. So when you go back, you may have actually made the decision you were holding on before the trip. This has happened with me. So that's why this tip, it can help you. Then few more things is, so a lot of times, you're not in with touch with your school friends or college friends, तो बहुत गैप हो गया है, WhatsApp पे बात कर रहे हैं, maybe फोन पे कर रहे हैं, FB Insta पे कर रहे हैं, but वो पर्सनल टच नहीं है. तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है ऐसा सिचुएशन में भी इट्स अ वेरी गुड आइडिया टू योर फ्रेंड्स, you can meet at some central position, maybe you'll be meeting after so many years, तो एक अलग ही मजा है उसका. You will obviously come back together, reconnect again, reunion again in a different place, and that gives a different flavor altogether. So you can try that. I have tried that, and I think we had an amazing time doing that. Okay. Then the last thing I want to share is, how much ever you plan and try to organize and have the best of things, please understand, on the travel things may not happen as you wish every time, so be ready for that. Important thing is, keep in your mind you're planning this break, this vacation, because you want to relax, you want to have good time. So if things go little bit haywire here and there, it's okay. Just be ready, थोड़ा flexible रहो, alternatives के लिए ready रहो, and ensure that, tell your mind कि किसी भी हालत में I am going to be happy, I am going to have good time, even if situations don't turn out to be the way I want. And that has been, I think, my mantra for all this travel journey, and that's why I think I had a lot of learnings. So I wish you all very, very good planning for your trips and many more trips to come. And do share if you had any experiences, planning करते time पे भी, तो वो excitement रखना कि you're going to give away some time of your life, money from your pocket, so definitely you want to make the most of it. But what's important is, keep that right state of mind whenever you're planning and on the trip as well. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next video.